This is the Goat Power Bikes Mini Goat. Today I'm going to take out the Goat Power Bikes Mini Goat, just out for a little fall ride. Try to get another ride in on it before the winter starts here, because it's very unpredictable from this point on. So I definitely want to get it out, and I'm going to do a quick speed run too when I'm out there, and just talk a little bit about Goat Power Bikes. So without further ado, let's get started with the ride. All right, we're out here on the Mini Goat, and if you don't know what the Goat Power Bikes Mini Goat is a awesome 72 volt little bike with a 3,000 watt motor. It does peak at like a little over 5,000 watts. So yeah, it is a really fun little bike to ride. Just having a little fun dodging the construction. Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite bikes. That is for sure. And definitely one of my favorite companies. A little bit about Goat Power Bikes. It's an awesome company, and this is my third Goat Power bike that I own. I originally started with the original version 1 of the Billy Goat, which was a 48 volt bike. So not many people had that one, but I was one of those, and that was one of the first bikes one of the reasons I started making videos. I did have a Crooked Path bike, and then I had that bike, and my Goat Power bike was way better. I love that thing, so it quickly became my favorite. And then of course they came out with the version 2 bikes, and they came out with the version 1 of the Power Goat. And of course I had the version 1 Power Goat. In the course of having it, I did upgrade it to put the version 2 frame, the updated motor, and the controller. So I ended up selling that to someone here locally who watches my channel occasionally. Now he's the proud owner of the Power Goat, and my daughter Carly is the proud owner of my original Billy Goat. So now I currently just have the Mini Goat, but I will also be getting the King Goat very soon. So brings me to the next topic here. I know there was a lot of concern with this when people saw the review on Tell Happy TV, and Matt does do a really good job. But yeah, there was some concerns about the torque, and I mean I reached out to Bryson right away, and because I wasn't worried, because I knew I just let him know, hey, you might want to take a look at this. And as you see, it wasn't even a day or so later, he got plenty of other feedback too, and he responded right away, as he always does. So I was not concerned at all, because I knew he'd take care of it. He always does. That's what makes Goat Power Bikes great. That right there, and they do that better than anyone else. But man, this bike ride's so nice. It's so stable and so quiet. I love the silence of it. When I first got it, I was a little concerned about the short little crank arms, but hey, they work fantastic. Yeah, of course you're not going to get a lot of exercise on here, but it's not really that type of bike. So, but yeah, you pedal them short little cranks, and man, it goes. And you do get better range if you do pedal it, because it doesn't go quite as fast that way. It doesn't use quite as much power, so you will get more range. And speaking of range, it's got insane long range. When I did the range test on this thing, with this extra 20 amp hour battery, I did get almost 70 miles. So it was like right at like 68. So yeah, it will go a long ways. And I only have the 40 amp hour battery in the frame. So if you have the 50 and the 20, it's going to go even further. So I wouldn't doubt it would do at least 80, especially if you took it a little slower. Of course, I was going like 40, around 40 the whole time. So it was quite impressive they could go that far. Let's turn and go up the VA hill here. I do like it that it's got the blinker indicators on the display as well. See if we can catch up to this car. Yep, going up the hill. Have to slow down, wait for the vehicle. So yes, it will accelerate up steep hills. It's an amazing little bike. So let's go and take it on the off-road. Hopefully we'll see if my draggy mount there survives that. It's really made for a 360 camera. That mount seemed to be a little wobbly, so I decided it was a better choice for the draggy instead. Man, this road is really rough today, but the Mini Goat is handling it quite well. Thing does have pretty darn good suspension on it. That front fork is inverted, so does make it really nice. The through axle, and of course the rear suspension's even better. And I have that nice top seat upgrade on it as well. Man, I do love this little bike. It is just the right size in my opinion. Because man, I keep this thing inside the house usually, and this is like my number one choice when I want to make a quick run somewhere. It's always there and ready to go. Easy to get out of the house and take off. It's luckily for me, and like Tim, he didn't shoot the shit. If you haven't checked out his channel, you should as well. Great guy. But that poor guy, he's got to carry his up the stairs, and I feel really bad for him. I'm glad I don't have to do that, because this thing is at least 150 pounds. First, Bryson had told me 170, but maybe he meant with this 20 amp hour battery. It could be that heavy then, but I don't think it is, though. I still think it may be only 160, because it's much lighter than my Spark Cycle Works Brute is. That thing is very heavy. Look, there's this dick. Like a little bull snake slithering on across. Yeah, he's disappearing into the rocks. Yeah, it's just about time for them to hide for the winter. Alright, first I want to show you this beautiful bike again. Awesome looking little bike. Love this thing. It's a fantastic bike. Can't tell you how great this thing is. It is really, really good, trust me. Anyway, let's get back on it here. We're going to get lined up over here and see if we can do our little speed run. Alright. So now we should have a little longer runway. We should be able to reach its top speed. So let's find out. Yeah, we're already over 40, 45, 48. 49, 50. Yep, and 51. Woo! There we go. I seen 51.2. So kind of how I suspected before with the extra weight of the extra battery, it may slowed it down slightly, but of course we're not at total 100% either. We're sitting at about 96% battery, because I have rode it back and forth this week a couple of times. So, but then this thing has such amazing battery life, it doesn't even matter. Let's see what it says. Well, unfortunately with the Draggy, I guess if you don't make it to 60, it doesn't give you that nice 0 to 60 in there. So I was hoping to do a 0 to 50 for me, but you can see there that it did do top speed of 51. Just like you've seen on the display there. So that's really good. Like I said, I did a quarter mile in 24.32 seconds. I think that's pretty good. An eighth a mile in 14.95. Pretty darn fast. And so we reached the quarter mile at 50.27 mile an hour. Pretty darn impressive, but yeah, it's a great little bike. And as you see, it will do over 50 mile an hour. So that's pretty darn impressive. Like I said, 72 volt 40 amp hour battery in the frame, and a 72 volt 20 amp hour on top, so a total of 60 amp hours. Fantastic bike. This is all the GOAT bikes are. They're all great bikes. And it's a great company with a great owner, and that's why I really love their bikes, and I love their company, and I trust them. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. And if you want an awesome mini GOAT, King GOAT, or any of the other GOAT bikes, they have really cool electric dirt bikes as well. I'd love to have one of those. And they even have a scooter. If you want any of those, please use my link down in the description below and use my coupon code Wyoming Rider. And it'll give you 5% off your total order. And I'll see you in the next one.